Wow. I started the video and then realized, hey, I didn't do my sound check, and it's a good thing I went back and did it because it was gibberish. Those of you that remembered last year, you'll know what I'm talking about. Those that don't, oh well, it doesn't matter. Interesting morning already. I'm giving a little bit of a forward here before I actually start my topic. I laid down, I guess it was 8:30, quarter to 9 or something like that last night. I was just going to rest just a little bit because it was an extremely hectic day for me. It did not go as I planned for it to go. I did not get everything accomplished that I intended to get accomplished. Um, and anyway, I was just tired, and I laid down and I woke up now between 12:30 and 1 o'clock, and finally got out of bed a little bit after 1 o'clock, went into the meditation room and was in there for a while, and then came back to the computer, and I've been on the computer since probably 2 o'clock, before 2 o'clock even. I've been on the computer working and actually doing some of the things that I didn't get done yesterday. So all of that leads into the title that I came up with a little while ago, taking a break from my legal documents. Are justice and peace pipe dreams in this world? I live my life seeking justice in a world that often seems devoid of even common sense. I'm not alone. There are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of us. As I see it, and I have stated it many times, we will never have peace on earth until there is justice based on truth and natural law. Yes, it often seems like an uphill battle as the powers that have been try to dig in their heels and prevent as many as possible from waking up to the truth of the lies and deception of the current matrix. The list of their efforts to maintain the status quo is long and rife with injustices and criminal conspiracies. The crimes committed against humanity are horrific. With all the disappointments and apparent delays in bringing a more just world into existence, many wonder, are justice and peace merely pipe dreams in this world? Sometimes it seems that what we want is exactly that, a pipe dream. Now, let's define a pipe dream for those that don't know. It actually refers to the opium pipe. That's its origin. It's an hallucinogenic vision, if you will. The definition given is actually, where is it? Where did I see it? Where did I see that? A fantastic notion or vain hope. Now, honestly, I don't think what we're looking for is a pipe dream. But honestly, I have been disappointed. I first thought that 2011 would bring us the massive visible changes, which I wrote about in the article that I wrote in December 2010. That went viral on the internet, basing my belief on the fulfillment of the ninth wave as interpreted by Carl Kalaman and Ian Lundgold and others, that the ninth wave ended on October 28th, 2011. And I honestly, at the beginning of 2011, the end of 2010, the beginning of 2011, felt very strongly that we would see the visible changes. And the massive visible changes I anticipated seeing were of a geopolitical nature, were of an economic nature. I expected Nasara to come in. I expected first contact with extraterrestrials and revelations of all the secrets that have been kept from us by the Vatican and by our governments down through the ages, actually. The free energy devices would be released. I mean, I honestly expected at least some of these things to have occurred in 2011. Well, it didn't happen in 2011, so I went on to extrapolate a 10th wave, and then 11th, 12th, and 13th wave all happening on the same day of 11, 11, 11. Nothing major occurred. Nothing. I mean, nothing that I could see with my eyes and that everyone else could say, well, yeah, look at it, here it is. I mean, it didn't happen that way. So I thought, well, maybe by the winter solstice of 2012, maybe by then it will happen. And of course, throughout 2012, there were people saying what's going to happen on this day. There's going to be something major happen on this day, or the government's going to change on this day. And let me tell you something, folks. As the U.S. government goes, the whole world will go. And the U.S. government is intransigent. I mean, as I said, they're digging in their heels, putting chemtrails in the sky. And it's not just the United States, because it's in league with all of the New World Order cabal, all of the people that want to rule the world. I do see that there's cracks there, but I don't see it in physical reality yet. I see rumors of it in physical reality, but rumors are exactly that, rumors. The one people's public trust. Some say that's just a rumor. It's not going to bring any changes. I've been fighting for changes on the legal front. As much as I dislike playing lawyer, I have no choice, because I've been put in a position where that's what's on my plate. They keep threatening to take my home. They keep threatening to take away everything that gives me stability in living in this three-dimensional reality. And I don't choose to be unstable. I don't choose to be homeless. Some have gone that route. And if that's your route, that's your route. It's not mine. So I fight the legal battles for justice based on common law and common sense and equity law. And I've had to learn many, many things. And what I have learned is that the courts don't mete out justice. The government doesn't protect our rights as they are required to do by the Constitution. And nothing in this world is as it appears, and most of it is traceable to the economic system of the world, which is run by the Vatican Bank and other world banks. It's not just economic in nature. It permeates everything in our culture. Everything. All of the corporations, all of the religions. Yes, even the religions you wouldn't think. There's ties, all of it, into this matrix of control, this matrix of delusion. Not illusion, delusion. It's all a conspiracy. For those of you that don't think that there's any such thing as a conspiracy, wake up. Do you really think that the powerful people that have been running our world don't conspire to maintain their control? And it doesn't matter at what cost to the people? Do you really believe that there's no conspiracy? That they have painted people that believe in conspiracies as some kind of insane nuts or something like that? Fruitcakes? You know, give me a break, folks. Of course, those that have operated the system for their own benefit conspire to maintain that control over the people. And they do everything, and they have been doing everything in their power to keep the people from waking up. They made one grave error: the internet. The internet is the awakening tool used by the powers that really are behind the scenes. I'm not talking about now the cabal or some secret society. I'm talking about a divine plan. The divine plan is for justice and peace on earth. And it always has been. And it has been embedded even in the religions of control. Even in the documents of our government are the foundation of human rights and of natural law. It's there. I'm finding it. I'm using it. And I'm preparing yet my own response, because what the court has done is it wants me to fill out a form and sign my name to the form. What they're trying to do, I believe, is to create an adhesion contract in which they've tricked me into contracting to operate under their rules, because it's the rule that requires the form. So by signing the form, which they say you've got to do it, they've now given me 2 notices to they want this form. I've answered all the questions that are on the form. I've provided them the information. But they don't want information, they want a contract. Well, I don't want to give them a contract. I don't want to contract with them to violate my rights. That's not where I'm coming from. And you have to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves, is the cliche. And so I'm not trying to hurt anybody, but I'm standing up for my rights because I'm seeking justice. And I know that I can have no peace till I attain justice. And what is true for me is also true for the whole world in that respect. None of us will have peace. None of us will have peace until there's justice. And if you think you've already got peace, and you say, well, I have a peaceful life. No, I'm not fighting any dragons. I don't have anything going on in my life that shatters my peace. Then you're disconnected from the world. You say, well, I don't want to be attached to the world. I want to be in the world, but not of it. Well, good for you. Good for you. Go hide in a cave somewhere until the world changes. But most of us, many of us, are here to help bring the world into balance, into harmony, so that peace can be established. And we understand that in order to do that, we have to address the issues raised by the injustices in our current system. We have to address the issues. Now, I got sidetracked yesterday because I had prepared papers for my friend, and I didn't think she was going to get them until next week, but she wanted them yesterday. So I ended up having to make a trip down to deliver the papers. And she said, I don't know what I would do if you weren't here to help me. I don't know what I'd do. Well, I can't help everybody. And I can't even promise that I'm going to help her forever, because I'm involved in my own fight for justice. And it is a fight. It is a fight. And it's real. And you say, well, fighting for peace is like screwing for virginity. Well, I hear that. I hear all the cliches. I know them. I've used them myself. I've used them myself. But I know that we must stand for our rights. We must stand for the truth. And standing for something in this world, unfortunately, means standing against something else. That's simply the reality of it. That's simply the reality of it. Call it by any other name, but that's the way it is. And that's the way it's been for a long time. And yes, I do believe justice and peace are possible. I do not believe they're pipe dreams. I do believe that the tide has turned, and that the tipping point has already been reached, and that the die is cast, and that the changes are already here, but we haven't fully recognized them yet. And those that have been in power have not totally acquiesced as a public acquiescence. They've acquiesced on paper in not responding to some of the things that we've done, but they haven't announced it to the world yet so that everybody can know, hey, we're free. So we appear to live in an unjust world still, but justice has reared its head and taken its stand. Lady Justice is not blind. She has her eyes open, and she sees what's going on. And the goddess energy is imbuing us with a power that brings harmony and balance, first in our hearts, but ultimately in the world around us. And when I say in our hearts, I don't mean divorced of the world around us. I mean connected. All of you that think, well, I'm not this, don't understand the Creator, because the Creator says, I am that. I am. It never says, I am not this. I am not that. It never says that, because everything is the Creator. And this is the creation that we are experiencing. This is our world. This is our time to awaken, to come to ourself, our higher self, and let the higher self merge with our ego and balance it out so that we can create a world, as I've often said, that works for everyone. This is not a pipe dream. This is not an hallucination. This is not some wishful thinking. This is where we're headed, no matter what it may appear. Thank you again for listening to me. And if you are so led, share what I'm sharing with you, with those that you love and care about. Again, thank you and namaste.